Exeter Chiefs overpower Sale Sharks. Key takeaways from a 26-14 Prem victory. Following a commanding 26-14 victory for the Exeter Chiefs over the Sale Sharks at Sandy Park, here are 5 major takeaways from a gripping Prem Round 11 encounter. Red circle the top line. Exeter deliver the perfect response. Head coach Rob Baxter demanded a reaction from his squad after a disappointing Prem Cup final performance that saw them fall 21 points behind inside the opening quarter against Leicester. His team responded in emphatic style. The message was clear: turn Sandy Park into a fortress and take control of their own destiny. Exeter did exactly that, producing a performance built on efficiency, structure, and ruthless execution. They scored 4 tries, secured a bonus point before the hour mark, and climbed back into the top 4 of the Premiership standings. But the most telling statistic of the afternoon lies in the red zone. Sale spent 22 phases inside Exeter's 22 in the first half and failed to score, while Exeter entered the same area just 3 times, and scored 3 tries. That contrast perfectly encapsulates the match: one team clinical and composed, the other wasteful and unable to convert pressure into points. Baxter, while satisfied, remained critical of his side's sloppiness in key moments. That balance of discipline and self-awareness is what makes Exeter dangerous when firing on all cylinders. By the time Paul Brown-Bampo secured the bonus point try, the contest was effectively decided. Sale were left chasing a consolation that never came. Shield Sale Sharks' defensive struggles continue. Defensive frailties once again proved costly for Sale. Under Mike Forshaw, their system has shown inconsistency, particularly in and around the set piece. With Byron McGuigan away on international duty during the Six Nations, Forshaw has had to adapt and rebuild structures that have struggled to hold up under pressure. This match exposed those vulnerabilities in brutal fashion. Exeter's first try came from a scrum inside the opening minutes, exploiting a pre-planned blindside move. The second came via a line-out combination, with Sale caught out by well-drilled inside passes. The third was another set-piece strike, highlighting persistent defensive disorganization. Across the game, Sale conceded multiple tries directly linked to set-piece situations. Their inability to defend in these scenarios has become a worrying trend. The coaching inconsistency at the back of the defense appears to be compounding the issue. Alignment, communication, and defensive reads all broke down at key moments. At times, Sale were guilty of overcommitting forward in tight channels, while space remained available out wide. This lack of balance allowed Exeter to dictate territory and tempo. Unless these defensive issues are addressed, Sale will continue to struggle against top-tier opposition. Italy. The Italian influence, precision and hunger. A key storyline from this match was the influence of Exeter's Italian contingent. Both Ross Vincent and Stephen Varney arrived with something to prove. Vincent had missed the Six Nations through injury, while Varney was limited to a single appearance. Their response was outstanding. Vincent played a crucial role in Exeter's first 2 tries. For the opening score, he executed a clever pre-planned drift to the blind side, creating an unexpected attacking angle that Sale failed to anticipate. For the second, he drew in defenders before delivering a precise pass to create space for his teammate. These moments demonstrated not just skill, but intelligence and preparation. Varney, operating at scrum half, controlled the game with composure and clarity. His decision-making and game management were exceptional, particularly his clearance kick under pressure late in the match. Meanwhile, Andrea Zamanin added physicality and work rate, contributing strongly in both carry and set piece. Together, the trio showcased the depth and quality that international players can bring when fully integrated into a system. Their impact was decisive in shaping Exeter's dominant first-half performance. White medium star. The men who made the difference. Exeter's success was built on a combination of standout individual performances and collective discipline. Trophy Tom Hooper, player of the match. Hooper embodied the work rate and physicality demanded of an Exeter forward. His defensive contributions, turnovers, and relentless energy made him central to Exeter's dominance. His performance wasn't defined by flashy moments but by consistency, effort, and presence in key areas of the pitch. Locked. David Jenkins delivered a composed and intelligent performance. His line-out work was precise, and his carrying added structure to Exeter's forward play. High-voltage Paul Brown-Bampo continues to impress with his attacking awareness. His bonus point try was the result of intelligent support play and perfect timing. Glowing star Campbell Riddle. The young back scored twice and showed remarkable maturity. His footwork, positioning, and finishing instincts suggest a player with a very high ceiling. At just 21 years old, Riddle is emerging as one of the most exciting prospects in the Premiership. Blue Circle Sale Sharks, individual effort, collective problems. Despite the defeat, some Sale players stood out. Flex biceps. Dan du Preez carried tirelessly, making 22 carries in a losing effort. His physicality and commitment were clear, even if the team struggled to convert his work into points. Shield Sam Dugdale impressed at the breakdown, producing key turnovers at critical moments. His defensive work was one of the few positives in an otherwise difficult afternoon. However, individual efforts could not compensate for systemic issues. Sale's inability to capitalize in the red zone remains their biggest problem. Their attacking phases often stalled, and their decision-making lacked precision. Bar chart implications. Playoff race heating up. With this victory, Exeter Chiefs have re-established themselves in the Premiership top 4. They now sit in a strong position ahead of a crucial run-in that includes fixtures against Newcastle, Northampton Saints, Gloucester, Bath, Harlequins, Leicester, Sale Sharks. This challenging schedule will test their consistency but also provides opportunities to secure a playoff place. At the top of the table, Bath and Northampton Saints are setting the standard, with the chasing pack locked in a fierce battle for the remaining playoff positions. For Sale, the situation is more precarious. They now face a significant points gap to the top 4 and must shift focus towards securing a place in the Investec Champions Cup. With tough fixtures remaining, including matches against Bath, Saracens, and Leicester, their path is anything but easy. Brain final thoughts. Efficiency defines the difference. This match ultimately came down to one defining factor: efficiency. Exeter were clinical. They converted pressure into points and defended with discipline. Sale, by contrast, created opportunities but failed to finish them. The gap between the two sides may have been just 12 points on the scoreboard, but in terms of execution and structure, it was far wider. Exeter looked like a team growing into the season at the perfect time, while Sale are left searching for answers in both attack and defense. If both sides meet again later in the campaign, the stakes, and the outcome, could look very different.